Hi everyone, I just got notification that my Odd Bunch box has been delivered. So let's dive into this box and see what is actually inside it. So exciting. Every time I get one of these, I never know what I'm going to get. Ooh, this one looks good. Look at this. It was heavy when I picked it up and carried it up the stairs. No wonder. Holy cow. Let's see if I can get this mic here for 2 seconds. And yeah, so we've got 2 cucumbers, which right now at the grocery stores here in Canada are running about $3 a piece. 2 bunches of green onions. Love green onions. So good. We've got a butternut squash, some oranges, some red peppers, some sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and some beets. Yum. Some envy apples, or the sweet apples, I guess. My hubby will be happy with those. So all of this costs $20 and it's delivered directly to my door. I don't need to worry about going to the grocery store for this, which I appreciate for sure. I will put this away in a moment. But what does this mean for me as a holistic nutritionist? And what does this mean for you as my viewer? We will get into that in a moment. I'm Debbie, a holistic nutritionist for 15 years now. And what that means is that I look at the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. So with relation to what my food box delivery means, that means that I don't have to worry about going to the grocery store for a quick top up on any produce that I may have needed. It's taken some of that mental load off of me. So having some things like maybe a grocery delivery, maybe it's a produce delivery or something like that delivered to your house, as a person who works full-time and does content, this is helpful to me because now it is just one more thing off of my to-do list and I don't have to worry about that. So that's where, the whole body, mind, spirit thing sort of comes in, because it's one less thing that I actually have to think about doing, because I know every week the box comes to my house and I get produce. The other great thing about this box is the fact that it actually gives me recipes to use for the ingredients. So sometimes there's been some weird mushroom things in there, a different type of mushroom that I'm not used to. Not that they're weird mushrooms, but just they're a different type of mushroom that I'm not used to. And I can go onto the website and it gives me a recipe on how to use it. I mean, quite often I just throw them in my stir fries because they're just mushrooms, so why not? But it's the small things like that that really help nowadays in this environment. It's stressful. It's overwhelming. We have so many things on our to-do list. And I know we put our own things on our to-do list, but sometimes our bosses, our workplaces, they also put things on the to-do list. So, there's that. Now, the other thing that I don't have to worry about is the fact that there is produce in my fridge. So now if I want to make a salad, I have cucumbers that are definitely going to go in that salad. Maybe I can make that delicious cucumber salad that's going viral on Instagram right now. I think I might make that one. And I've got spring onions that I can add to that salad. I've got spring onions I can add to my stir fry dishes that I quite often make, or just eat it because they're delicious with a little bit of salt. And I also now have some fruit, so I don't have to worry the fact that when my husband went to Costco this week and Costco is rearranging their produce section, they had no produce, so there was no fruit to be found. So that's one small thing that I don't have to worry about. I now have fruit for my lunch today, which is awesome. And I also can have quality ingredients, and I know that I'm also doing a small part to save some of this produce, because the whole idea behind this ordering of this box of produce is the fact that it's supposed to be saving ugly fruit from going to the landfill. So that's awesome. I like knowing that I'm contributing to it in that small way, because before these sorts of things were ever a thing, I shopped at superstores, No Frills, a President's Choice brand, and they always had the perfectly imperfect fruits and vegetables. And those were the ones that I would go towards because they were quite often cheaper. You got a larger quantity of them, and they weren't all exactly the same shape and size, which is kind of weird nowadays when you think about it with produce. How the hell do they actually get these peppers and cucumbers to all be the exact same shape and size? I think that's a whole other topic, but there is that to consider. And now, like I said, I've got recipes that I can go to from the website, which is great. Also, I know that I have ingredients that I can make foods with on my days off. I can roast up that butternut squash and I can make a roasted butternut squash soup, or I can add it to a stir fry, or I can put it in salads, or I can make hash browns out of it. Like, there's so many different options that I can do with all of these things. I'm only limited by my imagination, and it is complementary to the other produce that I do buy, because I don't often get potatoes or sweet potatoes. But this is kind of great because I was out of sweet potatoes, so now I don't have to worry about buying sweet potatoes this week because they came in my box. So I like that. And again, it's just one more thing off of my mental load, because God knows, as a society, we are stressed enough. And I know that the peppers and all of the produce in there has vitamin C and magnesium and manganese and selenium and all those good things, and beta carotene from the carrots. And the beets have so many amazing good things in them. I'm so excited for my beets. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I love roasted beets. I love pickled beets. I love putting pickled beets in sandwiches. I like putting them on salads. I make quinoa salad. And that's maybe another thing that I can do with that box. Maybe I can make a nice big quinoa salad to have in the fridge ready to go so people don't have to worry about lunches. So these are just some advantages to having the box come directly to my house. I also don't have to worry about leaving my house to go to the grocery store because it's there. And I know that I am contributing to saving quote unquote ugly produce from the landfill, which is fantastic. So now I really must sign off because I have to get to work. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more No BS nutrition advice, and I'll see you in the next one.